Welcome back to Temporary Solutions to Long-Term Problems with your host, Man Who Really Needs a Haircut. It's getting so bad. I feel like I look like I'm about to go on some kind of coming-of-age adventure in a 90s movie with my weirdly hot babysitter and little brother. But that's besides the point. What I do want to talk about today is Onision. Again, I guess. Kind of. So back in April, I got approved for monetization on this channel, which is awesome, and I honestly never expected I'd be able to do that. I've made a total of 15 cents, so thank you, everyone, for watching my videos. However, I noticed one of my videos was marked as ineligible for monetization, and I thought it was because it had a copyright claim from Onision. So back when I uploaded the video in October of 2019, Onision submitted a copyright claim when it had like about 100 so views. Like, it was very quick. He put on a copyright claim, and it said that it was from his channel specifically, and I thought it was hilarious. I hope I can find the screenshot I took of it. If not, please believe me, because it was just so funny to me. And that copyright claim stayed on the video until recently. The kind of claim he submitted was funny to me too, because it's the kind where any money that the video would have made goes to the copyright holder instead of to the YouTube channel, which at the time, my channel was ineligible for monetization, so I clearly wasn't making any money off of it, and I highly doubt he has either. So after getting approved for monetization in April, I got a second email from YouTube saying that I had a copyright claim, and at the time I hadn't uploaded a video in like 2 weeks, so I was confused as to why I had a copyright claim on probably an old video, and it was on my Onision video again. So I went to check the claim because I assumed that Onision somehow knew I got monetized and wanted to like refile the claim to get money. I don't know. But it was from a different company called TuneCore. I don't know if that company is affiliated with Onision in any way. I couldn't find any proof that it was. But what really gets me about TuneCore's copyright claim is that it's on behalf of kids' tunes. The song that they're claiming copyright to is also Onision's I'm a Banana, which, why would anyone want to claim that as theirs? I don't know. So I've submitted a dispute. We'll see how that goes. In the meantime, though, I wanted to make another video on Onision out of spite, but I didn't really want him to have any grounds to copyright claim me, so, I found some fanfiction. So as far as I'm aware, Onision can't copyright anything I'm about to read, which is going to be hilarious to me. Is that petty? Yes. I do want to preface that I had been planning on making a video about fanfiction about YouTubers for a while because I find it to be genuinely interesting. It's always weird to me how someone can write fanfiction about real people. I find it kind of creepy in a way, like these are actual people that are living their lives and you're making up stories about them. I don't know, just kind of weird. If you want to write fanfiction about me, though, go ahead, I'm a narcissist. I had collected some Markiplier fanfictions, some Game Grumps fanfictions, a couple Shane Dawson ones, and a Tobuscus one, and then I stumbled upon an Onision one and thought it would be funny to add it to the video, but this is just going to be a whole video on its own because I love this fanfiction so much, guys. Now this is Onision X Reader fanfiction, which means where a character's name usually would go, I get to put my own name, and that means that, technically speaking, this is now Onision X MostlyLee fanfiction. Now before we can get started, there's a warning on this fanfiction, and that warning reads as such. Warning! This fanfic may be offensive to some readers, but if you're here due to liking Onision, you can probably deal with some swearing and crude jokes. Any hate on Onision or complaining about him in the comments will be flagged as spam and or ignored. I do want to say that there are 12 comments on this fanfiction and 8,000 reads, which leads me to believe a lot of the comments were vetted out. And now for a dramatic reading of Onision fanfiction. Sliding across the oak flooring in your kitchen, you twirled towards the countertop and picked up your slice of toast covered in FJ jam. Favorite jam? Strawberry. As FS echoed from your favorite song, I'm a Banana. Copyright TuneCore echoed from your iPod dock. Taking a bite of the food, you smeared jam on the corner of your lip and wiped it off with your arm as you turned to enter the living room in your rented apartment. You are currently in Los Angeles for the next VidCon, after constant demands and asks from your fans, and we're planning to stay for a few weeks. Hold on. So I'm a YouTuber who's visiting Los Angeles for VidCon, and instead of staying in a hotel, I've rented an apartment? I don't know about any of you, but the process of getting an apartment is kind of lengthy. You gotta submit like proof of employment and have enough money for like 2 months rent or whatever, and also like get a background check and stuff. Like, it takes a while, not to mention the apartment complex needs to have like availability. Now, I've never tried to rent an apartment in Los Angeles, But I do live in a major metropolitan area, and I can say without a shadow of a doubt that it's next to impossible. Being a semi-famous YouTuber was pretty fun, paid well, and you got to meet a lot of interesting people. Not to mention how your job had earned you around 969,000 nice subs. You were recognized at least 10 or so times a week. Yep, you were definitely lying when you said you were semi-famous. Oh, so I'm also a prick. Favorite song was suddenly cut short by the familiar sound of your ringtone, stirring you from your thoughts rather abruptly. Gliding over to the iPod dock using your socks against the slippery flooring, you grabbed the phone from its attachment and hit the accept button. Before you could speak, a loud voice yelled out from the other side of your phone, making you chuckle at your friend's obnoxiousness. Hey Lee, where you be at, you special nugget biscuit, you? A loud snort escaped your mouth as you laughed at Toby's overexcitement. Sup, Toby, I be at my apartment. Where you be at, bruh? How could you, MostlyLee? You abandoned me. As Toby trailed off, you burst out into full-blown laughter at his Tobiness. You were so glad that Toby, the Tobuscus, had asked to collab with you 2 months into your YouTube career. You had been so excited when the comment popped up on your laptop, almost falling off your bed in the process of shock. And 3 years later, that first YouTuber that asked to collab with you was your best friend. Wow, I'm so glad I'm friends with the Tobuscus. Can't imagine that would be in any way awkward. Okay, Toby. I'll go get changed, and I expect to see you at the entrance around 9:15, okay? Ah, Toby. Such a man-child. Time skip of...
Redacted.
Strolling up to the building holding VidCon this year, you passed a group of fangirls that seemed to acknowledge your presence as soon as you passed them. The multiple squeals of excitement were enough to make you lead to the conclusion that you just so happened to pass some of your fans. You hadn't expected to greet some fans so early in the day. Excuse me, miss... Oh, wait, I'm supposed to be a girl. I have just the thing for this. Hold on. Alrighty, let's do this. Are you MostlyLee? You turned your head to peer at the shy girl that looked to be in her preteens, with a large blush across her cheeks. Her other 3 friends were close behind her, all looking at you with hopeful eyes. A large smile flashed across your face. You bet I am. What can I do for you 4 lovely girls? Your hands buried in your skinny jeans and your signature t-shirt with the words, "Think dudes are better at Call of Duty? Think again," in bold letters across the favorite purple fabric of your shirt and loose zip-up hoodie hanging off your shoulders. I am woefully unprepared for this. I didn't know I had to be wearing a specific outfit. They then proceeded to ask for your autograph on several pieces of merchandise. A hug each, a few selfies, and several high fives. Chatting with the 4 a few minutes, you were cut off halfway through a funny story about meeting PewDiePie for the first time. MostlyLee! Lee! Glancing over your shoulder, you recognized the green shirt and Tobuscus logo anywhere. You waved at Toby, and he wheelied his way over to you using the wheels on the bottom of his shoes. Pretty sure everyone knows what Heelys are. Like, could she have not just said Heelied? Like, it feels weird to describe Heelys like that. I understand that's what they are. They're shoes with wheels on the bottom, but describing them like that just feels... I don't know, it feels wrong, right? Yes! I found you, hot, 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 hot. You rolled your eyes at his little catchphrase and nickname for you, elbowing him playfully as he chuckled and threw his arm over your shoulders. Don't like this at all. Don't like it. Well, Toby, well done for finding me when I wasn't even lost. Let me introduce this handsome little devil to you ladies. His name is Toby Turner. I can't... It feels wrong. There we go. Now this is the MostlyLee that people would recognize at VidCon. The 4 girls looked like they were going to faint any moment from excitement. Are you 2 a couple? Huh? What? You looked at the shy girl from earlier with her phone out, seeming to be taking photos of you and Toby giving each other a one-armed hug. No, it's totally Onision. No, it's totally Leuscus. Could get a picture of you 2 kissing? Come on, Onision and MostlyLee are a way better match. Did you see the way they acted together on that one vlog? Memories. Your cheeks started to light up like a Christmas tree at their requests of physical contact. Not to mention Onision, who was merely a good friend of yours that you met in your 2nd year of YouTube. The 2 of you got along rather well, and texted every once in a while to make sure neither of you had died. Burying your cheeks in your palms, Toby seemed to find it hilarious, as he laughed at their requests until you elbowed him to explain. Sorry ladies, but I'm actually dating someone else and Onision isn't canon. Time skip of...
Redacted.
VidCon was worser than you had expected. I honestly don't expect much from VidCon, so that's kinda surprising. Every time you went up to a YouTuber or a friend, the fans nearby immediately asked if you were dating each other. This had happened with Dan Is Not On Fire, Amazing Phil, Tyler Oakley, even though he isn't even into girls. Cinnamon Toast Ken, Markiplier, his fangirls terrified you. Superwoman, Cryotic, poor guy having to be protected by a bodyguard so no fangirls tried to steal his mask. And even Minx, who's married. So real talk, y'all, I don't know who most of those people are. You were currently slouching on a red sofa in the waiting room, which was really just an area where YouTubers could go to escape the hordes of fangirls outside. Toby had gone off to his meet and greet whilst you tapped aimlessly on your phone screen at a game you really weren't that interested in. The only other YouTubers in the room, Zoella, Joe Snug, Casperly, etc., chatting in a circle and gossiping. Who are these people? So I'll admit, I've been on YouTube since like 2010. And I've watched a lot of YouTube. I've been subscribed to many different channels, and I enjoy many different genres of YouTube, but I don't recognize these names. I don't know if it's because this was written in 2015 and these are popular YouTubers from that time and popular YouTubers that probably appealed to like the demographic of girls that would write fanfiction and or the demographic of people who probably also liked Onision and Tobuscus, I guess. This was written in 2015 and at that time I was watching a lot of Game Grumps and Channel Awesome, so I can't really, you know, speak to anything else about that. It just feels weird reading these names, and like, some of them I know exist, like, I've said the name before, or like, I've seen the name, but I genuinely don't know who some of these people are, and that hurts me a little bit. You'd never really talked to them before, as you chatted with the video game vloggers and such usually, never really the YouTubers from the beauty and fit side of YouTube. Hell of a day, am I right, Lee? A jokey voice asked from behind you, and you twisted around to come face to face with Greg, or more commonly known as Onision. As explained earlier, the two of you were decent friends, both having a love for crude jokes and humor. Greg's eyebrows were raised and a jokey grin spread across his cheeks as he sipped on his Coke. A slight blush warmed your cheeks from the fan that mentioned Onision earlier. Greg was single, and that didn't help. So. All the fangirls trying to kill me for standing too close to the favorite YouTubers were terrifying, especially Phil and Dan's. And all the fanboys trying to grab my clothes were disturbing, you claimed and looked back at Greg with a large grin. But I managed to get some good merch for free. Greg choked on his drink and chuckled slightly. I feel like that's the only reason behind you coming to this convention, just so you could flash your tits and get some free stuff. Nah, dude, I decided to give him a lap dance so I could get the expensive stuff. You're cooler than I thought, Lee. Psh, I've always been cool. But being complimented by Lord Banana himself has definitely raised my coolness by 5%. Time skip of
redacted.
Everyone sat in a circle. And meaning everyone, you meant at least 11 YouTubers and other friends. You sat in between Toby and Shane, whilst Greg sat begrudgingly next to a few other YouTubers he hadn't met before, and Jessica... Butafuoko! Jessica sat with Lauren Schnipper on one of the red sofas, whilst Felix and Marzia sat on a nearby beanbag for two. Shane turned to the camera and smiled. So now we're gonna play Truth or Dare in the waiting room. Everyone say hi. Let's just say the game included a lot more kissing than you had expected, actually. And affectionate stuff. And Sean recorded all of it. Who the fuck is Sean? Is that like alternate universe Shane? So Lee. Toby purred evilly and you leaned away cautiously. Truth or dare? Raising an eyebrow, you leaned forward and narrowed your eyes challengingly. Oh, dare. Definitely dare. I dare you to kiss. Please not Greg, please not Greg, please not Greg. Wait. Why didn't you want to kiss Greg? No. Why would you want to kiss him? Greg. Well, fuck. You glanced over at Greg with wide, eye color eyes. I'm pretty sure my eyes are green, but I honestly don't know at this point. And his gray-tinged blue orbs met yours with equal shock written across his features. Looking at him in that moment, you'd never noticed how attractive Greg really was. His hair was sideswept and hung just under his ears, its dark color bringing out his eyes, and the black skinny jeans plus shirt was an immediate turn-on for no apparent reason. You see, I'm very attracted to men that know how to put on clothes. He generally screamed attractive. Attractive! How come so many confused him with Shane? Greg was much more attractive. Your cheeks lit up quickly and brightly when realization washed over you. Did you like Greg? Holy shit! Though absorbed in your own world, you hadn't noticed Greg stand up while other YouTubers chanted for the two of you to kiss. Kneeling down in front of you, you peeked out from between your fingers and caught the sight of Greg's face in front of yours as his hands gently tried to pry your fingers from your eyes. A soft squeak escaped your lips, and you brought your knees up to hide from the chances of Greg kissing you. Come on, Lee. It's just a little kiss. It'll be fine. Ignoring Greg's words, you shook your head and refused to budge. You heard Greg sigh, most likely aggravated from your attempts to hide. You felt yourself being picked up. Nope, don't like that. Not liking this at all. I've not consented, and I'm clearly not enjoying this. Greg seated you in his lap, his arms hugging your waist as both of your legs lay on each side of his hips. You imagined he'd probably say something cocky about opening your legs for him, but Greg remained quiet, his hand trailing up your arm, and I'm uncomfortable, and I'm sure everyone watching this is more uncomfortable listening to me reading this and imagining this. So, to wrap this up, Greg tries to pull back, I lean in more, I like fist his hair, and then we kiss and everyone's like, oh, that's some good shit right there. Lee Onision, what a ship, I can't imagine that going poorly. So that was fun. Greg, I'm expecting you to promptly divorce your husband and come into my awaiting arms, because clearly we're meant to be together. Now, I do want to read some of the comments on this work, because some of them are just beautiful. Because I don't like toast. Tetlump. What about Cap'n Destes and Ahoy NATO? Yeah. What about them? Weird reading this after the Tobuscus rape allegations. Oh my god, I read all this and was hoping for someone to comment this. Crying laughing emoji, crying laughing emoji, crying laughing emoji. A few things were different from that vid where he kissed Shane. What with PewDiePie and Marzia in it. It's quite strange. Shane is hot, what the fuck? Well, that was fun. That's about it for today, guys. I'm feeling, very awkward and a little hot and bothered. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like and comment your headcanons for Lee Onision. I would love to read them, but if you excuse me, I have to go bleach my eyes.